Hold tight. Oh, by the way, we haven't been properly introduced, Melina. My name is Bond. James Bond.
That's Roger Moore in the 12th James Bond movie, For Your Eyes Only, which is one of 4 new summer films we'll be reviewing on Sneak Previews. Across the aisle from me, Roger Ebert, film critic of the Chicago Sun-Times.
And across the aisle from me is Gene Siskel, film critic of the Chicago Tribune.
Okay, I haven't liked the James Bond film, to move on to our next picture, since Thunderball 16 years ago, and that also means I haven't liked a single James Bond film that has starred Roger Moore as Agent 007. The recent Bond films, especially the ones with Moore, have been just gadget shows slapped on top of stupid stories. Until now, I think. Until For Your Eyes Only, which returns, I think, to what made the old Bond films so entertaining in the first place. They were good thrillers first, and then on top of that, they gave us the gadgets, the women, and the fabulous locations. For Your Eyes Only is pretty much one long and exciting chase scene after another, with Bond trying to recover a British nuclear device before the Russians capture it. Helping Bond is Carol Bouquet, one of the best-looking Bond women of all time. She pops up in the same alpine village as Bond to give him a hand, and now her life, too, is being threatened.
Is this the one you mean, Signora?
Thank you. I'll take it. Deliver it to the Hotel Cristallo, please.
Oh, beg your pardon.
Buongiorno. May I help you?
Yes, give me a dozen lilies, will you? I'll pick them up later. Come on, quick. Send them to the funeral, will you? Hey, slow down. Now, would you mind telling me what the devil you're doing in Cortina?
Your telegram.
What telegram?
It said you found the man and to meet you here today.
I didn't send a telegram. Now, get in. The station, please.
Are we leaving?
Not we, you, and now.
You don't tell me what to do.
Your stazione, per favore.
Yeah.
Now, movie fans may recognize Carol Bouquet from her role in a much more serious film a couple years ago, Louis Buñuel's The Obscure Object of Desire. Now, eventually, Bond and Bouquet find themselves tied together at the end of a rope attached to the enemy's boat. One of the agents is working for the Russians, and he's about to drag Bond across a razor-sharp coral reef. But Bond isn't worried.
Oh, leave the legs free. They'll make appetizing bait.
I didn't think it would end like this.
We're not dead yet. Hold tight.
This is a very exciting film with some of the best chases I've seen since, well, 3 weeks ago, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Also, the villains in this film are quite believable characters, not silly cartoon figures as in the last few Bond pictures. Good chases, credible villains, a beautiful woman. That's more than enough for me to recommend For Your Eyes Only.
Well, I liked it too, and I would recommend it too, but I did not enjoy it nearly as much as you did in terms of going all the way back to movies like Dr. No and From Russia with Love. Those were the real classics as far as I'm concerned. And this movie, I don't know, maybe it's because there have been too many Bond pictures, but I felt as if I'd seen many of these ingredients before in other movies, like the ski chase and the underwater stuff.
Well, those things have been done, but I think the point that I'm trying to make is the following. I thought when the beginning Bond pictures, everybody was out to try and prove something. They were inventing a genre, as it were. And I thought they did a very good job. Then, with Roger Moore, I think everybody got overconfident, and they thought they could put in any star and do anything and be sloppy and throw in a lot of commercial plugs, and it would still sell all around the world, which it did. Now, I think with this film, I detect a change. I think that somebody's really trying here to move a picture along, move it, be a little rougher, a little more with a believable picture, rather than these silly laugh-at-the-villains films.
I'll tell you, Gene, the last thing I'm looking for in a James Bond picture is believability. And I really like the villains that they had in some of the previous pictures who were totally creations of fantasy.
No, but what I'm talking about are the two pictures you named, Dr. No and From Russia with Love, are a little rough. Fine, but those were very exciting, and they were a little harder, a little tougher, and that's what I liked about it.
Well, I think you're looking for the right things in the Bond pictures, but I don't think I found those things in this picture.
And 2 strong yes votes for the latest James Bond film, For Your Eyes Only. It has one great chase scene after another.
Now, about this show, what do we like the most? Probably S.O.B., right?
That's the one that I would go to see first, and then after S.O.B., I'd go to see the James Bond picture.
And then after that, you go to see Dragon Slayer. Actually, after 6 months in 1981 of really slow going at the box office, things are pretty good right now.
A fabulous movie summer.